I want to watch this. This guy, Nick is not green. Recently, my friend Turkey Tom made a video discussing the allegations made against Super Mega, where Nick played a very big role in amplifying these allegations. But what he did in the process of doing so was basically try to cancel Super Mega, although they never actually did anything atrocious the way that he made it seem. Like, he made it seem like they were covering up a sexual assault, completely defaming their character, and all the while, he used this entire situation not to help the victim, who in the situation was Ethan is Online's girlfriend. So basically what he did was he worked and conspired with Ethan is Online, and I believe there was another person involved, if I don't remember off the top of my head, but to go after Super Mega, the bigger channel, although they weren't the people that actually did anything wrong. And he completely botched and utterly embarrassed himself in the process. It was pretty disgusting if you ask me, but I was so ahead of the curve on this. I mean, if we're being honest, probably what, like spring 2022, I was talking about how this guy's lying in his videos. He is just a total f***ing con artist. He doesn't have any integrity. His content is just generally kind of bad. You know, he just doesn't really say anything thought-provoking or anything meaningful. He just kind of like lies and regurgitates talking points and it's just not very highbrow stuff. And I know I'm the gameplay commentary guy, so they're gonna say, oh, Rich, if you to say, you're the gameplay commentary guy, you talk over video games. It's like, okay, great. You done? Like, yeah, we know. I talk over video games. So does a lot of people. I don't know what to tell you. But this guy, I've been saying it for a while. He sucks. I literally have a video called This YouTuber Sucks, where I talk about his history with trying to deplatform people and trying to sabotage people's careers, which, again, he proves that he likes doing with the whole Super Mega thing. As a matter of fact, in this video, the first minute is literally dedicated to me showing all the examples of him trying to deplatform people on his channel.
Luckily, Gideon was banned for 2 weeks, and then it turned, I think, into a permanent ban.
So he's like, oh, I'm glad Gideon got banned from Twitch because he harassed Pokimane. Like, okay, bro. Nice beanie. Nice beanie, bro. Nice Ethan Klein Teddy Fresh beanie.
Was banned for 2 weeks, and then it turned, I think, into a permanent ban. Realized that it could result in his favorite YouTuber becoming banned from both platforms. And it should cause him to be banned from both platforms.
So he's talking about people getting banned. He's like, Gideon should be banned. There was another guy, like a prank channel, he said should be banned, but the prank channel really was not doing anything wrong. He was just being edgy. So he's like, ban Gideon, ban this prank channel. He said ban Andrew Tate, which a lot of people were saying that, so maybe he gets a pass on that, but it's completely in character. It's par for the course for this guy. He just deplatform anyone he generally doesn't like.
First step would be to ban Andrew Tate off YouTube and Spotify the same way he was banned off Twitter. Now these
ban him from Twitter, ban him from YouTube, ban him from Spotify, ban him from Kmart, ban him from Target, ban him from using the bathroom. Like, this guy wants everybody and anything under the sun banned. It's insane. He's always been a guy who wants people to be banned if he doesn't like them, if he disagrees with them, maybe politically or something like that. Although he didn't expressly, I believe, say that Super Mega should be banned, everything that he did in his coverage of the situation was basically to get them canceled, right? You know, his friend Ethan is Online did a live stream where he reacted to the live sub count of Super Mega going down after they made their hit pieces on them. So it's like, you're just deplatforming. Like, that's all you know how to do, is just deplatform people I don't like, silence people I don't like, ban them, ruin their lives. It's like, you're a piece of shit.
Dude, here, let's go
back. That's when he tweeted at me, because back before he had more clout, he was responding to me on Twitter, and he's like, I'll make better content. Yeah, how's that going for you, bro? Dude makes the exact Leafy copycat video every single week and hopes people will finally tune in to watch since it's about someone more popular than him. That's literally what you do, though. You do the same thing. You make videos on popular people hoping people will watch. Like, is that not true? Is that not, like, exactly what you do? Like, look, this is his channel. Dixie D'Amelio, popular TikToker, Mr. Beast. You do the same thing, Mr. Beast. Was it Swagger Souls? I don't know. But the point stands. You talk about popular people all the time to blow up your channel. Everyone does that, and that's fine. Lizzo, XQC, you do the same thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but you're trying to distance yourself from what you do by insulting me for doing it, which is whack, you know? Okay, well, literally everyone you've talked about here is more popular than you. Mr. Beast, Jacksepticeye, like, I could keep going. Dude, you do the same thing. You're a puppet. You're literally a puppet. And it obviously backfired eventually because people don't like your approach to these things, when there's a big enough creator that you don't like and you can try to, you know, Frankenstein some sort of argument that they should be banned, you regurgitate that, and eventually people realize, wait, that's kind of stupid. That sets a horrible precedent, and it's just generally makes you sound like a pathetic loser. We don't like it. I mean, it happened on his Sneeko video. I mean, look at these dislikes, 27,000 to 34,000. People don't like your approach, brother. And this video has 445,000 views. I believe this view count was like the size of your channel at the time. So when you copy and paste this whole thing, your formula of like people who are bigger than you that you don't like should be banned. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. The video he did on Super Mega may as well be called YouTube Should Ban Super Mega. I want to just watch this little compilation in Gokunaru's little video here. He has like a 50-second, minute-long compilation of him contradicting himself. I figure we just watch that, right?
I have no agenda. If his art sucks, let's dunk on him. He sucks. Countless comments of people calling me a liar and claiming that I posted about this situation in malice towards Super Mega. Let's just let it play a couple more times.
Yeah, I have no malice towards Super Mega. Let's watch. I think this guy's name is Ryan from Super Mega. I have no malice toward Super Mega. Let's just watch him getting punched for no reason, because I don't have malice. I don't have an agenda. I'm not biased. Let's watch him get punched.
I have not blocked any words. I have not suppressed.
Yeah, he blocked me on his Twitter. He made his account private. Comments on this post have been limited. He's deleting Reddit comments. Okay, bro. Yeah, dude, I'm not trying to silence the internet. I'm not trying to paint the narrative a certain way. Paints the narrative a certain way. Totally dodges from all the criticism.
Anything, but I do not have any ulterior motive for my videos made on Super Mega. Really not something to be that proud of. Seems like Matt Watson is a 14-year-old boy, and he looks like it too. Layden was a former merch designer for Super Mega, was let go without Super Mega actually saying anything to their audience.
Nick truly showed me true friendship.
I don't like Layden. He was a reputable source. I came to find out that Layden was not a reputable source at all. My TikTok drama audience does not overlap with a dying Let's Play channel.
So that's something he also tried to say, that it's impossible for him to post the Super Mega thing for content or for clout because he talks about like TikTok drama. But if that was true and your audience wouldn't like that video that you posted on Super Mega, if they don't care and they only want to see the TikTok stuff, why are you losing subscribers because of it? Notice how that doesn't make any sense?
Justin and Kelly have both taken Super Mega out of their bios. To know that they were willing to immediately disconnect and separate themselves from Super Mega, it says a lot. But I do not have any ulterior motive for my videos.
Unbiased, by the way. No ulterior motives. None at all. I mean, this title is not totally clickbait. It's not a hit piece. No ulterior motives. Listen to yourself, bro.
Made on Super Mega. And if you don't remember Matt and Ryan, you might remember them from the first creator clash where they both had the shit beaten out of them. I was still a third party who made this video summarizing Lex's story. This isn't like an online, like normal thing where I look at all the facts. Of course, I'm gonna take the side of a personal friend of mine. I have no agenda. I have no agenda. I have no agenda.
So thank you, Gokunaru, for that. If you want to go watch the rest of his video, I mean, it is super long, but go for it. The contradictions are very well summarized in that little meme sort of thing right there. I like this guy. He's good. We'll drop him a sub. Yeah, I mean, we could watch part of this. I think it's a pretty rough watch. Pretty obvious. I mean, I commented, Turkey Tom owns you, little bro. I mean, it's true. The reason he's making this is because eventually it became something he couldn't ignore any longer. I mean, when a million sub YouTuber covers your absolute botching of serious allegations, you can't avoid it anymore, which you did try to do. You know, he makes his Twitter private. He limits posts on his Instagram. He blocks Reddit posts. When it gets to the point where you can't block someone from making a video covering it when they have a big channel, yeah, you have to respond, buddy. You know, it's just not something you can ignore anymore.
Oh, I'll catch you up. Now, I wanted to talk about this sooner, but I was afraid that bringing it up would cause even more harassment against myself and the people around me and others in this situation.
So he didn't want to talk about the situation because he was afraid of getting harassed, which is hilarious because the entire situation that is what it is him harassing Super Mega. It's him working with his friend Ethan online and other parties to ruin another person or people's career and business. And he's like getting called out for that, you know, trying to cancel them. And he's like, well, I don't want to talk about this because I'm afraid of getting harassed. How about you grow a pair, bud? Seriously.
A few months ago, I made 2 different videos about a controversy that happened with a YouTube channel by the name of Super Mega. The controversy revolved around a sexual assault that happened to an artist artist and a friend of Super Mega's by another one of their close friends who also worked for the channel.
And the video was not made about Don. The video was not made with the intention of actually getting justice for this person or calling the police and getting this Don guy arrested or something like that. It was to sabotage Super Mega because they're apparently highly involved, as you claim, but yet you fail to prove that and entirely go after them because they're the bigger name and you know you can get clout off of that.
The artist at the center of the story is dating a close friend of mine who you are all familiar with. That would be Ethan is Online. And I was asked by her and Ethan to potentially talk about it on my channel because I've talked about similar situations in the past. I watched her video and a few days later, I posted a video covering everything she said in the video. Now, after I released this initial video, Super Mega released 2 videos detailing their side of the story where they admitted their faults in a lot of areas, but also provided evidence as to why they believed that a lot of these claims were made in bad faith to hurt their channel, specifically targeting Layden's response as a highly falsified story that could not be trusted. Now, in one of these videos, Matt Watson claimed that a lot of these channels speaking out against them were directly tied to Layden, and even made the false claim that I am close friends with Layden.
Nick truly showed me true friendship.
That's not a false claim at all. Matter of fact, in this segment, he proves that that's also true, that you actually were friends. So you're not close friends with this guy, but he claims you showed him true friendship and you guys are mutuals on Twitter. I mean, I guess that could be true that you're not close friends with him. He's claiming that's not true. At the time, I believe when this came out, it wasn't true. I don't know. Good try. Good try. He's going for the press A to dodge sort of thing. But I don't know what's going on with your brother.
Now, I want to expand on my feelings on Layden and the way that I think he hurt Lex's story and the reputation of so many people around him, but I will come back around to it after my summary. A major point of Super Mega's videos also focused on comments made by Lex and Layden about Matt and Ryan's late friend Daniel, who took his life several years ago. Specifically, Lex and Layden made claims about hearing Matt and Ryan call Daniel a coward, among many other things, and talked about how it changed the way they looked at Super Mega. But in their response, Matt and Ryan talk about how their feelings of grief around their late friend should not have been a part of Lex and Layden's statements.
Well, that's obviously true. Why rope this guy into it when he has nothing to fucking do with what you're talking about at all? That's like punching a kid at school. The kid tells on you for punching him, and then as he's telling on you for punching him, he's like, well, this guy's dad is a pedophile too. It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What does this guy's dad being a pedophile have to do with you getting punched? It's like a total op. You're taking things that are unrelated to what you're saying to try to harm these guys further, not get justice for the quote victim in the situation or do anything like that, but to make your hit piece even more of a hit piece. And that's what you're doing.
Now, I believe this part is important here, and I will be expanding on it later in the video, but I just want to make it clear that Daniel should not have been mentioned in anyone's videos about the situation, including Lex.
And these are the people that you collaborated with to basically ruin these people's careers. So you have to understand it. Look at it from the perspective of like, you're working with your soldiers to snipe this guy. They're stepping out of line as well as you're stepping out of line. How do you think this all looks, right? It looks like a total cancellation attempt.
Stories that I was summarizing in my video, I of course decided to include it as valuable information.
Valuable information. Okay.
But the purpose of my video on Super Mega was to highlight the stories that were told, not give my own personal story on the situation.
Right, but by doing that, you're painting a narrative. It's not just like you're bringing up important facts to help people understand the situation. You're painting a narrative. That's, again, goes back to the whole thing with, like, you know, you get punched, and then you also mention that the guy who punched you's dad is a pedophile. Like, it's not an important fact in the situation. You know what I mean? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Bringing up Daniel was purely part of reporting that story. It was not a personal feeling that I had against Super Mega. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts. Of course, I'm gonna take the side of a personal friend of mine. Again, I'll touch on this more, but I'll complete the summary first. After these videos came out, I posted another video that summarized Matt and Ryan's videos at length, including the evidence they brought forward debunking some of the claims that were made. Now, I included all this information that was given by both parties in these videos, and I talked about deflections made by Matt and Ryan that attempted to discredit the victim in the story and anyone who was willing to talk about their actions.
Now, I want to make something very clear. I am not downplaying Lex's situation with Dawn or her coming forward with that. I think it's very brave that Lex came forward, and I am not contributing that to Layden.
What you're saying is that you're upset that he responded to your hit piece and wasn't happy about it and criticized you for it. I don't understand. What would you expect? Like, when you make a video called Super Mega is full of horrible people, the people you accuse of being horrible are gonna respond, and they're going to criticize what you come at them with.
Lex publicly stated that she was not happy with Layden's actions and the way he handled the story, and from what I know, they are not on speaking terms anymore. Since then, there has been a narrative pushed by fans of Super Mega, other YouTubers, and Super Mega themselves that has fully embraced the conspiracy that there was an organized attempt to cancel Super Mega.
Conspiracy. Guys, it's misinformation, okay? I'm here to tell you, although I literally talked with my friends, Ethan Online and Lex Updog, to time this all in a way that would literally be a back-to-back wombo combo on these people. Guys, I didn't conspire to hurt this guy's career. Although I literally made a video called Super Mega is full of horrible people, and then my friend Ethan Online does a live stream where he watches Super Mega's sub count go down. Oh, we're not conspiring to hurt these guys' career. Why would you think that? That's a false narrative. That actually makes no sense at all, even though it is literally what happened. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
and that I am one of the main people behind this attack. I made an effort to lessen the amount of harassment that was coming towards me and people around me from these videos, but I have not blocked any words. I have not suppressed anything in the comments of these videos.
I mean, do we have to go back and watch that get disproven? That's total bullshit. I wouldn't be surprised if certain words are censored here. We literally saw it in the compilation made by Gokanaru. It's just not true. Guy makes his Twitter private. He makes his Instagram comments limited. He's deleting Reddit posts or something. Dude, it's so fucking obvious.
Today I'm going to touch on these criticisms as candidly as I can. I have no agenda. I'm not a part of any organized attack to cancel YouTubers. I was not given permission.
That's not true, and this is his track record, right? I'm not part of an organized attempt to cancel YouTubers. Well, that's what he did for Sneeko. That's what he did for Andrew Tate. That's what he did for Snowy Joe, the prank channel that he said should be deplatformed. That's what he did for Jadeon by making a video totally in support of Pokimane when that happened. It's just a complete farce. It's so bullshit. I would never try to cancel anybody. Like, okay. Notice how he didn't say that during the video he made on Sneeko? Because it was popular at the time to not like Sneeko. So he was able to get away with that narrative that he was pushing. But now, when he tries to sabotage these people with his friends, and he gets called out by Turkey Tom with a video that now has like 900,000 views, now all of a sudden, oh guys, I'm an innocent guy. I don't have a sword in my hand and I'm trying to fruit ninja these guys' careers.
And very recently, this narrative grew aggressively because of a statement given by Ryan McGee on Twitter talking about his feelings on Daniel being used in Lex and Layden's video, and also being used in my video reporting on their videos.
Probably because you're using a non-related thing about a guy who killed himself to make the narrative that these guys are just cold-hearted and they're evil people when it's completely unrelated to what you're talking about. Obviously, they're going to stand up for themselves when you say something as egregious as that.
Now, because of this, in his statement, he directly mentions me and tags my social media, claiming that I was exploiting Daniel's suicide by including what Layden and Lex said in my video. I do think there are valid criticisms being made about my coverage in the story, but those criticisms are drowned in lies being spread about me and my intentions while reporting on this story.
So you can criticize me, but you just can't say that I made a hit piece on people? Okay, I got it, Nick. I see what's going on here. So you can criticize me, but only to the extent that I'm okay with it. Only to the approved talking points. You basically need to be controlled opposition. Nah, I'll pass, bro.
Now, there are about 30 seconds in each of my videos where I covered it as part of the story Lex was telling, and when I talked about Super Mega's response to these claims, and in no way is there any evidence of me making personal claims about my thoughts on Ryan and Matt's relationship with Daniel.
But you are, by amplifying something in your video that's a hit piece, that's called Super Mega is full of horrible people, and you're including that in the video, although you're not the one saying it, it's part of the narrative you're painting. Obviously, you can be criticized for that.
I think it is very irresponsible to claim that Daniel was a major point made in either of my videos, and I do believe that Ryan used my name in his statement to try to discredit my story in the way I reported it further.
It's called Super Mega is full of horrible people, and you accuse somebody or amplify somebody claiming that these people are horrible with the whole Daniel thing on, you know, the side.
In my video, I directly quoted what was being said in a story I was covering, and I believe that it was necessary to point out that these claims have been made. And of course, I wanted to follow that up with what Super Mega thought about those claims. I will say that I believe Daniel's side should not have been a part of the story.
Bro's like, I don't see what was wrong with doing it, but after thorough consideration, I shouldn't have done it. Okay.
I do not think it was necessary information for anyone to include that in their personal story about Super Mega. I do not believe that means that I should ignore and disregard any mention of Daniel in my story, so I included it. I will say I believe there is a difference between exploiting someone's suicide and including it as a part of someone's experience when making a video about the story.
So there's a difference between exploiting someone's suicide and using it as part of your hit piece. I don't think there is, Nick. I think that's actually almost exactly what exploiting means. Like, you're taking advantage of a convenient telling for your video. First of all, it's not even a fact. Second of all, you're just using something that somebody said, an accusation against these people, as part of your hit piece, right? I don't know. You tell me who has the agenda here.
Although I knew people personally involved in the story, I was still a third party who made this video summarizing Lex's story after it was posted, and I can firmly say that I had no part or decision in Daniel becoming a part of Lex or Layden's story.
You had the biggest video covering this entire situation, so you absolutely created that narrative. I don't, like, even though you didn't make the accusation, your friend did, and then you just report what they're saying, and you have the biggest video on it, so you absolutely influenced it. I don't know, man. I don't know if it'd be largely different if you said it, because at the end of the day, you're friends with these people, so your audience is gonna trust what they say, and you're just repeating what they say, so it's not really that different.
I have seen creators who have firsthand experienced the backlash of telling a story as a victim online who are now backing up Super Mega as if they both didn't fully admit to covering up their friend and employee sexually assaulting another one of their friends. There is verifiable proof that after Super Mega finally let Don go, they didn't tell their fans the reasoning for firing him after weeks of questions about his disappearance from the channel. There is also evidence that Don asked people publicly about housing in Los Angeles, and that Super Mega fans offered places for Don to stay under the impression that he was still on good terms with Super Mega, and definitely under the impression that he was not a sex offender. There is evidence that Ryan was publicly liking Don's tweets weeks after he was let go for assaulting someone at Matt's house. Ryan has admitted to sexting fans he met online and has agreed that his actions are not worthy of the platform he has.
I don't get it. Are you painting a narrative or not? You're saying these people are bad, and you're trying to make that your narrative, but you also are saying that you're not biased? I'm so confused. Like, what's the direction he's trying to go with here? Because now he's talking about people liking tweets and, well, these people are actually bad, etc. So I'm so confused. How the are you gonna say that you're not biased? I should have done these things better to not be biased. But now he's still going on the offensive? What is this guy doing, bro? This is such a weird turn. Anyone know what's happening right now? I'm so lost. I really don't know where he's going with this.
Regardless of Layden's role in the story, Matt and Ryan will not stop anyone from claiming that everything that happened in Lex's story was a lie. I invite people who are watching my video, who are fans of my channel, to read the comments and really think about how this should be handled. We are currently watching the repeat offense of thousands of people clawing for reasons to defend a YouTuber they like or a friend that they have in their life. And I am sure that many of you are still unsure about how you feel after reading the countless comments of people calling me a liar and claiming that I posted about this situation in malice towards Super Mega.
What? Bro. So now he goes, the beginning. I have no biases, no agenda. Middle of the video. Well, they actually do suck. Look at the tweets. You know, look at how they talk to the public. And now he's going back to I don't have malice.
One claim that I continue to see being made is that I capitalized on a suicide for clout. Daniel was far from the main thing I talked about in my video and was not a major part of the story at all in any way. And if you watched any of the videos, you would agree with that. The claim that I am capitalizing on anything in these videos is also an argument that is very obviously being done in bad faith. I cover stories on the internet 3 times a week as my job. I covered Super Mega's story in 2 different videos, neither of which were monetized or advertised on because I did not feel that was appropriate for me to profit on a story like this. I didn't make any money reporting on this story, and my only objective for posting about it was to talk about a story that I felt was important.
I don't know. I mean, believe that if you want. The video he posted, the Super Mega's full of horrible people, I believe that one had like 600-something thousand views, which I assume is a very good video for his channel. And I feel like the mentality of breaking these huge allegations against Super Mega, that's going to be a big video. And even if you're getting paid for it or not, I mean, you know, views are views. It's going to drive more people to your channel. It's going to grow your channel, right? So I don't think the idea that he is a a totally intentionless, like doesn't know what he's doing is not true.
Another reason people are calling me a liar is because they think that I'm friends with Layden and that this was a part of his plan to cancel Super Mega. I am not friends with Layden. I do not hang out, and I have never conspirized with him against Super Mega.
Nick,
And if you ask anybody that I know in real life, you'd know that I don't like Layden.
truly show me true friendship.
I have had negative interactions with Layden in the past, yet I still reported on his word because he was a reputable source. I came to find out that Layden was not a reputable source at all, and I covered that in my follow-up video about Super Mega. People comment, insult, and degrade these stories as though this means that everything reported is completely invalid. I do not have any ulterior motive for my videos made on Super Mega.
I didn't monetize the hit pieces, so it's fine. The reason hit pieces exist is because the virality of them is very high. Like, hit pieces go viral. Hit pieces do well. I mean, look at Content Cop, right? Those are huge videos. Those have tens of millions of views. Now, I think those hit pieces are good, right? Because I think that they do it right. And I don't think hit pieces are all entirely bad, always. But I think we can all agree that hit pieces get views. So there is an incentive to lie and paint narratives when making a hit piece to make the hit piece more, like, interesting and compelling, right?
Nor do I think they should suffer non-existence from the internet because of this situation. I completely leave the fate of whether or not Super Mega decides to be on the internet in their own hand. They even still have their Patreon up and are asking people to subscribe for content that happened before they got canceled. And Don, the person who actually sexually assaulted Lex, continues to have a Patreon as well. But based off their reaction and the way that they turned the narrative on their friend who was assaulted in Matt's house, I fully believe that Matt and Ryan support the conspiracy that Lex's video is nothing but a hit piece on them to ruin their career. Another claim being made about me is that I made my video about Super Mega for clout and attention. If you look at my channel, especially right before I made my videos on Super Mega, you'll see that I don't need or want clout or attention from them. My TikTok drama audience does not overlap with a dying Let's Play channel.
This is obviously not true. Your TikTok audience, they need and want high intensity stories of people getting their lives ruined, and that's what you gave them, you know? He covers this stuff. He covers situations. I mean, maybe not ones where he's personally involved, but your popular TikTok dentist exposed as a creep. Same sort of thing, right? Did you know she was 17? Do you see this in the thumbnail? You do cover allegations or stuff like that, you know? It's the same flavor of the month.
And when I initially posted these videos about Super Mega, as expected, they did not perform as well as my normal videos.
It didn't do well, but it has 726,000 views. More views than this, 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 more views than this. Okay, so this thing where he's saying it's performing not as good is not true. So
I am absolutely not a stranger to hate campaigns like this. I have dealt with months of hate following my coverage on stories like Sneeko or Gus Johnson.
yeah, when you try to fucking cancel them. No, this guy doesn't learn, man. When you try to deplatform people for stuff that is bullshit, like Sneeko, right? Obviously, Sneeko, what he did was totally cringe, but I don't think he should have been banned from YouTube for that. Yeah, you're gonna get hate when you try to deplatform people. Brother, you are the hate campaign. It just so happens when you do the most egregious thing, which is falsifying and exaggerating parts of a story to make it sound like two people were heavily involved in a sexual assault. Yeah, that's up, and you're gonna get hate for that.
Both situations where I was harassed endlessly for uplifting the voices of victims who are attacked just like this. It is a never-failing pattern that every time a victim speaks up, their words are dissected and ripped apart by people who want to find any reason to believe that the creator they love is not deeply flawed.
What the f are you talking about, bro? What the f are you saying? Super Mega are human beings. He's doing this whole thing, and Sniper Wolf did this in her apology, where they're like, oh, everyone has problems, everyone's flawed as a person. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. You can have flaws as a person, but that doesn't mean that Nick is Not Green's hit piece on you, 36 minutes filled with fallacious information and off-topic ad hominem rants to try to make these people seem way worse than they are, doesn't actually mean that just because they're flawed as a human, everything you said is relevant and or correct. This guy, I also just can't believe that he has the audacity to be like, oh, I'm familiar with hate. I've gotten hate comments before. Genuinely grow up. You make content about other people, criticizing other people, okay? Expose this guy's a freak. Oh, this person's crazy. Mr. Beast is in drama. You know what I mean? And now you get hate back for completely butchering a situation and you're the victim? Okay, bro.
I was told by people close to me that these things happened with Matt and Ryan, and I would agree with my initial reaction claiming that they are horrible people. I believe looking back that this title was reactionary, and I disagree with using the specific language in my initial video, and I'm sorry for that.
Dude, oh my god, he keeps going back and forth. He flips from they are horrible people and I was right to I didn't actually do a hit piece on them. He can't even get his story straight here. He's literally saying I shouldn't have said they're full of horrible people, but he also goes on this rant here about how they are horrible and they're helping a sexual assaulter still. You know, let's try to wrap this up, all right? Let's go big picture here.
That people who watch my channel would buy into the idea that I would risk my career and safety to ruin someone else's YouTube channel.
But you do that all the time though. Like you do that all the time. You call out people on TikTok. You call out people on YouTube. This is your thing. XQC might be the dumbest person on the internet. Are you not risking your career by a bunch of XQC fans coming to your video and reporting it? Everything you post is a risk. Get used to it, dude. I mean, when it eventually comes back to bite you because you falsify stories to a very serious level where people aren't gonna fuck with that. Yeah, sorry, bro. It's gonna come back to bite you. That's enough out of you. All right, don't know real quick. Acheeto kissed me on the lips when he was in high school real. Yeah.